Michelle. I'm the Keystone Stitcher. Welcome, or welcome back if you're returning. It is July 15th, 2025, and summer's half over, and we have not had a typical summer yet. Today it's not raining, but it does sound like there's some construction somewhere. If you hear equipment, I'm sorry, but if I've been waiting for it to stop, and it just, I think it stops, and then I go to record and it starts back up. So if it gets really loud, I will try to cut that out, but I don't know when else I'll get this done. So I hope that you are having a wonderful summer. If you are in Carolina, if you are in Texas, if you have been, or anyone that you know has been affected by the flooding, my heart goes out to you. There are no words to express just how horrible and devastating this has been for people. I hope you are safe if you are in those areas. I know I saw Hallie, Stitch and Big Things with Hallie. She says she's safe in Texas. So I hope everyone is safe. And for now, let's try to move on to something that maybe can make you escape and look at some beautiful things, and just for a few moments let you forget some of the horrible things going on. So first off, let me tell you, I got mail yesterday and I received my Halloween edition of Just Cross Stitch for this year. There are some gorgeous designs in this one. It's been a few years since I was really excited about the designs. For me, something that really goes with my home. So in a little while, I'll record a flip through of that and show you the ones that I intend to stitch. I do have a kind of fully finished. I ordered and received a frame for a piece that I finished not too long ago. This was Snowflake Serenity. This was also from Just Cross Stitch. Let's see if I can keep this frame I purchased from the Rusty Roof on Etsy. It's one of my favorite shops. They don't do, I guess if you asked them, maybe they could, but they don't advertise any really large frames. But I think it would be pretty prohibitive cost-wise for me to order something for my full coverage. But when it's a smaller frame, I really love their frames. So this needs to be ironed, but I wanted to see how it would look in here. I also need to stretch it and lace it, but you can see this is their logo from Etsy. So yeah, I have that ready to go for this winter. So now we can move into the whips, and I have 4 to show you. I've been trying to finish a few things this year, and I have 4 projects that I want finished this year. The first one that I'm going to show you is not going to be finished this year, but it's one that with summer and I'm on the go a lot, I could pick this up and throw a few stitches into it and see a little bit of progress. I'm in a section with block stitching. It's all black. So it's not the most exciting, but I like seeing progress. So this is Life Support. The artwork is by Giuseppe Macconi. I'm now at 30.74%. You can find this on Etsy at Stitching Moon Designs. Megan does a great job charting. And here's where I am. So I did 20 rows of black in that section, giving me 1,000 stitches and bringing this up to just over 30%. So here's where that section was last time you saw it. And you're seeing some of the work underneath. Okay, so let me show you where the entire piece is. So you can see I started, where did I start? I started over here, and then I counted across, and I just started working on all that black. And because I would really love to do the hand and then the ball of water last. So I'm coming down, the ball of water should be somewhere in here. So pretty soon I'll start needing to, let me move this up again. I will start needing to angle this, this is not going to work, angle this in to make room for the ball of water. So that's coming soon. But yeah, that's life support, and I love Giuseppe's artwork. He has some really imaginative pieces. So this next one is, the next three I'm going to show you are ones that I want finished this year. So this next one is Only the Lonely. Artwork is by Adrian Borda, and it is charted by Unconventional X Stitch. My tongue is just not working today, is it? This one I'm at 31.75%. And I'm not sure why it's 31 and not 33. I haven't looked closely enough, but here's where it is now. So this has 15 total pages. I finished 5. I'm working on the 6th, and but I'm only at 30.75%. So I'm sorry, 31 point. So I'm not quite a third of the way through. So it's one of these. Maybe this row is a little bit shorter. I don't know, but anyway, I'm not at a third of the way through it. So there's 15 total pages. I have 2 more to go across, and this is the very bottom of the design. I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida by Kato. It was one I picked up from Amazon, and I really liked this. It was real soft, but then they changed, and I wasn't as happy. So I probably won't buy it again, but this one here I liked a lot. So here's where that page was last time you saw it. So you can see I filled in, let me bring this in, I filled in a little of this. I think that's 7:30, and then I came down and started working this area here. I wanted to see color, and I wanted to see the bottom. So yeah, there's everything there. So that will come out more because I just started working on that. This next one I thought I would do more than I did, and I realized that it's pretty much just a gradient of one shade for the most part. So this is Brothers. This is by Janka Latakova, I believe is how you say his or her name. It's a 62.42% because I'm not doing the background. This is charted by Geek Threads, and I'm stitching this on an 18 count Jade by Picture This Plus. So what I mean here, I've completed all the black. Let me show you where it was before. So I had completed all the black, and now I'm filling in. So I've been working on the man, and his skin here at least is a combination of 3865 and 819. Everything else is a gradient of gray. So it's, 543 and 535 and up to 37.99. And so while I thought I was going to try to get all of him done and then come down, do his body, and then maybe next month work on the horse, I kind of burned out on the colors. I wanted more color. I have eliminated the background, and over here somewhere I found out that some of the black was also in background, so I took out 7 stitches there, and I'm thinking I need to take out this right up here because that looks like that's also part of the background. So yeah, when people talk about taking out the background, they make it sound extremely easy, and it's not always easy. Taking out the white's one thing, but if you have other colors that are both in the background and in the design, it's hard to figure out where to call it done. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the top of his head more and see if that does work or if I need to take that out. So that's where he is. Let me bring him in a little bit. And you can see the tenderness in his face. I absolutely love that. Up close, it's really pixelated, but when you bring it back a little bit, you can see it well. So happy with that, but I wanted to stitch on color, so I put that down. And that brings me to the last one I worked on, which is Night Fairy by Lennart. And I was going to work on my non-full coverage on the weekends, but that would have given me 8 days. And unfortunately, I also was thinking the weekends is when I'd be most busy. it hasn't always worked out that way. So on days where I'm gone most of the day or I'm busy, whatever I'm doing, and I only have a little bit of time to stitch in the evening, I've been pulling out my non-full coverage. So this has received all 8 days it should have gotten. And let me show you. So this is where I'm at. So this is a 16 count unnamed antique white. Let me show you, I'll hold it back here and show you where it was. And you can see I had finished pages 1 and 2. I've since then started and finished page 3, and now I came down here and I'm working on 6. But I ran into a problem. Let me bring this in close so you can see the details. I ran into a problem, and I don't know if it's on the top or on the bottom. I have counted and recounted the bottom, but this blue frame is 1 stitch out from this. And when I saw that, I decided I was done. I was putting it down, and I was rethinking that. I think from here you can't really tell what's 1 stitch out. My concern is that you'll be able to tell when I frame it. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do about that yet. I need to go back and recount, and I don't know, but yeah. So this is a great piece to show you why I really love stitching with 2 strands. So I mentioned I like 2 strands because I like to start with the loop method. But if I bring this in, you can see how light these colors are and how dark these colors are. These colors are the same as these colors, but these are 1 strand and this is 2 strand. And so you can see the saturation of color is very different with 1 strand. And when it comes to like my full coverage, I typically like the saturation that I get with 2 strands. So yeah, this was a perfect piece to, I got fuzz on here. This is a perfect piece to show you what I mean by saturation. So this page down here, this is the end of that page. So I just have to finish off her foot, the rest of her here, but yeah, just have to fill in that section there, and then I can move on to page 5. And page 5 is the most densely stitched page of the entire design. So once I get through page 5, it'll be easy just to go through that 4th page and finish it. So that's what I was working on. I don't think you'll see this in my next video on the 1st. You will probably see the other ones that I've shown you today, and you will also see strength. Now I didn't pull strength out because I didn't touch it yet, but this is strength. The artwork is by Nickley Payne, and it's charted by Unconventional X Stitch. I'm stitching that one on an 18 count very light pewter by Zweigart, and this is where she's at right now. So I want to work on more of like her eye and her nose there, and then we'll go from there. But that's that page you see in kind of the middle there, that's where I'm working, right next to her eye. So that will come out next time. And I think that's pretty much all I have for you. Like I said, this is going to be a really short one. What are we up to? Wow, 14 minutes. I've been busy. Nothing real exciting. I've had lots of time with the grandchildren. I've had time with friends. I'm trying to enjoy being out and doing things outdoors when possible. Like I said, rain. But yeah, it's still hot and humid here. The humidity is still way high. It'll be nice when that kind of breaks. We typically have about 2 weeks of really high humidity and high temperatures, late July and into early August. But we've had high humidity here since about mid-June, and we haven't gotten a break. So that would be nice if we could get a break. I don't want the cold temperatures. I don't want fall yet, but you know, not going to complain. I don't like being cold, so I guess hot is better than cold. And with that, you know what? I'm not going to keep you here much longer. I will say, you know, have a wonderful day, a wonderful 2 weeks. I'll be back probably August 1st. I will see you soon. And until then, happy stitching and take care. Bye.